Hello, this is Scotston99. It's my first proper video, and today I'm going to show you how I prepare my PVA bags. First I'm going to show you how I prepare mesh, which I use Corda, but at the moment I've got some different type on there. And I use these PVA bags on a simple setup of a hair rig, which with a lead clip and the tubing. And to start with, tie a knot in the bottom of the mesh, bottom of the tube, simple overhand knot. Put it tight down to the bottom. Get whatever you're going to fill it up with, which I have in here a mixture of pellets, halibut and sauce, 8mm and some smaller ones, and some micro pellets. And first of all, just take a few in the bottom of the bag, put them in the bottom of the tube. You don't need as many in there, you want about a golf ball size, because it's a nice amount to cast, it's not too heavy. So a couple more. Right, and then the next thing is to compact it all down tight, being careful not to lather the mesh. And then I let quite a lot of mesh off, and just give a couple of twists at the bottom, just to make it nice and tight. So, and then do a simple overhand knot again. This time keep your thumb on top of the knot and pull it, which keeps it nice and tight. That's it. So, put it tight, then trim off the bag, and then tie another knot ready for your next bag. Try not to waste as much as you can, because it can be quite expensive. That's it, that'll work for next time. And then trim off the long ends, because this just dissolves in the water. And then get your hook that would have your hair bait on, put it through the side of the bag. So I'll just do one twist and hook it back through again. That secures it on and stops, it won't come off on the cast. Never put it through the knots, as this could leave blobs of PVA on your hook, which doesn't look too good. Right, that's the first one that will sit in the water like that and leave a nice area of pellets around the hook bait. That's it. Right. The next one I'm going to show you is using PVA bags, not mesh. And to start with, I get the hook link I'm going to use, and a long needle. Push it through the bottom of the bag, open the hook bit at the bottom, thread the swivel through, close up again, and then put it through the bag, like so. And then you do is you tie it to your main line, which in this case I'm using inline lead. You tie it on, put it in the swivel, like that. And then what you do is you fill up your bag, again with whatever you want to fill it up with. I use pellets normally. This can be quite awkward as the line stops the bag from opening properly. So then it's up to you what sort of size bag you want. I generally use just over half. It's not too heavy, it's just about the right weight. Then seal the bag. All I do, wet your fingers and just close along the top edges, and then again along the top edges of the bag. Then lick the back side of the bag and fold it down. That's it, just a little bit more wet. And then at the other end, the hook, I just hook in to the bottom of the bag, trying to avoid the seam, which then gives you a bag and a hook like that, with a nice bag and your weight and that all ready to cast out. And that'll sit there and give another little pile of bait around your hook bait. And it dissolves quite quick. And the next one that I'll show you is, if you're going to use a pop-up bait, do that. You do pretty much the same thing with the needle and the swivel. Push it through with the swivel. Just put it back through the bag. And push it, tie your line back on and push it back in your weight. But this time, put your weight in the bag and pull out the one end eye of the swivel. So you've got your weight in the middle, at the bottom of the bag, hook lip coming out the bottom, and the rest of the tubing up the top. And then the next thing to do is fill up your bag. The box. And then you do the same thing again, just nice and tight, fingers, wet it, wet the two ends, closing it up. And folding it over. Right. Just gives you a nice little presentation there. You have this coming off to your main line onto your rod, and this coming down your hook link. And this sits in when it sits in the water. This will be popped up in the water, and your nice pile of bait around the bottom that attracts the fish, and the fish can come onto your sweet corn and away you go. Right, that's the last bag. Going back to the mesh bag that we made. I'm just going to show you what happens when you put it in the water and how your bag will sit around it. So cast out, be like that. Weight in the bottom. That's it. Seconds to dissolve. And your bait will be left in the middle of that lot.